Today you're going to learn how to easily describe pictures in English. This is good for just your conversations or exams. This is really good vocabulary that I want you to know. A photo and a picture at the top. A photo or photograph, same thing. Photograph is an image taken with a camera. It shows real people, real places, or real moments. That's a photo. A picture can be several things. A picture can be a photo. So yes, picture and photo can be exactly the same thing. A picture can also be a painting. It can be a drawing. It can be a digital image. A picture can also be an illustration. Look at the bottom there, an illustration. This is a picture in a newspaper, magazine, or book. Children's books are full of illustrations. So there we go. Photo, picture, usually they're the same thing, but a picture can mean more things. Let's look at a preposition. I know you all love prepositions. What do you like to take pictures, photos, of? We do not say about. Take a photo about something. We use of. For example, I like to take photos of my kids. Here's a picture I took of my dog. Do you have a recent photo of your niece? Niece? And your niece is your brother or sister's daughter. That's your niece. This is a picture of a family having a picnic. On the left, we can see this picture is clear. Oh, it's clear. I can see everything. What's the opposite of clear? Blurry. Blurry. When I take off my glasses or when I take out my contact lenses, everything is blurry. Nothing is clear. So blurry is not just for pictures, it's also for your vision. Your upper body is clear, but for some reason your legs are blurry. Sharp and out of focus. Left, sharp. This is an adjective. This picture is sharp. This means very clear. You can see all the details and colors. So a lot of times, sharp and clear, they're the same thing. The other picture, out of focus. Out of focus. Blurry because the camera did not focus correctly. Blurry, out of focus, they're usually interchangeable. The flowers are clear, but the background is out of focus. Here's a famous picture of the Loch Ness Monster. Have you heard of the Loch Ness Monster? Is this picture blurry? Yes. Out of focus? Yes. But there's another specific adjective you can use. Grainy. Grainy describes a low quality picture or video that is unclear. We often use grainy to describe security camera footage. His face has been blurred out. Phrasal verb. Blur out means to make blurry. We see this a lot when we're watching crime shows or crime shows mainly, crime documentaries. They blur out the person's face. The right side, the image has been pixelated. Pixelated. It's a pixelated photo. So when you want to hide someone's identity, you can blur out their face or you can pixelate their face. You know, if it's pixelated, there's all those tiny little squares. Do you want the notes for today's lesson? Join Gravotion, my fast-growing platform where grammar, vocabulary, and emotion meet. Download the notes for today's lesson, plus hundreds of other PDFs ready to use. You'll also get access to my complete grammar course roadmap, so you'll never wonder, how do I learn grammar? Where do I start? And the best part, the community. Join and connect with English learners from all around the world just like you. Write Gravotion in the comments and I'll personally send you a link to join. Let's get back to the lesson. Parts of a picture at the top. That makes sense, right? At the top of the picture we see some trees at the top of the picture. In the middle, prepositions are important. In the middle of the picture, someone is holding up 2 drumsticks. Someone is holding up 2 drumsticks. At the bottom of the picture, there is. So use these phrases at the top, in the middle, at the bottom. The lunch atop a skyscraper is a great example of a photo that is very clearly divided into 3 parts. At the top, you can see the sky and some buildings in the background. In the middle, there is a long steel beam with 11 construction workers sitting on it. At the bottom of the picture, you can see the streets far below. Now let's divide this picture in 2, on the right side and on the left side. On the left side or on the left-hand side. Both are fine, you can choose. On the left side of the picture, on the left-hand side of the picture, good. On the right side or on the right-hand side of the picture, we see ... On the left-hand side of the picture, there are a couple of white speakers. On the right-hand side of the picture, I can see a boy wearing a blue cap. Here we see the famous painting American Gothic. A woman with a brooch on her collar is on the left-hand side, and a farmer holding a pitchfork is on the right. Now look at corners. In the top right corner, we use in a corner. In the top right corner or right-hand corner. In the bottom right corner, in the bottom left corner, in the top left corner. Just remember, in the corner. We can see a dog trying to catch a frisbee. The dog is on the left side of the picture, and the frisbee is in the top right-hand corner. How many of these Hollywood celebrities do you know? In the top right corner, we see Angelina Jolie. And in the top left corner, we see Jared Leto. And lots of other famous people in the middle. In the foreground, in the background. The foreground means the stuff at the front of the picture. The background is what's behind the main thing. In the foreground, the most important part, in the foreground, there is a bike leaning against a tree. Leaning is like this. You're kind of resting. This is leaning. In the foreground, there's a bike leaning against a tree. In the background, we can see a bridge and trees. And it's a bit blurry, isn't it? The background is out of focus. Let's look at grammar just for a moment. Don't worry, I won't spend that long on grammar. Don't worry, this is a vocabulary lesson. When you're describing pictures, we often use the present simple and present continuous. Not always, but they're probably the 2 most common tenses when we're describing a picture. Why? Because we're looking at a picture right now. So we use the present simple. This is good for general facts or things that don't change often. We often see the verbs be and have. Present continuous to describe actions happening right now in the photo. Let's read an example together. In this picture, we see a group of friends in a coffee shop. Present simple, because this is just a fact. We see a group of friends. There are 3 women and 1 man. They are all laughing about something. Present continuous, right now. They are all laughing about something. The woman in the middle of the picture is wearing an orange shirt. The background is out of focus, but it looks like a nice place to go. So when you're thinking about describing a picture, what you see in the moment, use these 2 tenses. When you look at a picture, you don't always know, especially if you're given a picture during an exam or you're just looking at a picture with a friend. Use these modal verbs. Could and might. They're the same, could or might. This means maybe this is correct. I don't know. Could and might, think about it like 50%. Must. I'm 99% sure this is correct. The 2 people on the right-hand side of the picture might be a couple. I don't know. Maybe they might be a couple. I'm not sure if they are classmates, but they must know each other. I'm 99% sure. I mean, look at them. They're smiling, laughing together. They must know each other. At the top, we have reality. Imagine you go to a beach and it looks like this. It's just so beautiful. It's stunning. The water is clear. And you think, I'm going to take a picture. You take a picture and look at your picture. Yeah, it's not so bright. It's not so sharp. This can happen a lot when we're taking pictures where the reality is better. We can use an idiom. It doesn't do it justice. My picture doesn't do it justice. Definition. The picture or description is not as good as real life. This can happen especially when we're taking pictures of nature, like a sunset, water, the view. Reality is a lot more beautiful, and your picture doesn't do it justice. Let's read my first example. The beach had the bluest water I have ever seen. My picture really doesn't do it justice. I'm telling someone, believe me, the beach was better than my picture. Next example. The stadium was massive. This picture doesn't do it justice. She's telling her friend, believe me, the stadium was a lot bigger than it looks in this picture. Earlier, I used the word stunning to describe this picture. It's just so beautiful. It's stunning. The water is clear. Stunning means very beautiful. You can also use another powerful adjective. Breathtaking. Breathtaking. We often use this adjective to describe scenes in nature, pictures, and art. This sunset is breathtaking. Captures the moment. Definition. A photo or video shows a real, emotional, or powerful moment. It's a very specific moment, like 1 second. Your camera gets it. We all surprised my uncle on his 70th birthday. This picture captures the moment he saw us walk through the door. Look at this man's expression. He's really surprised. This is pure happiness, isn't it? It captured the moment, that very special 1 second. Top example. The video captured the moment the tsunami hit the beach. Can you believe it? I was able to capture the moment the whale jumped out of the water. It was perfect. Perfect timing. This is an important adjective because we use it a lot, especially when speaking about pictures on social media, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. Staged. Staged. A staged photo is not natural. People or objects are arranged on purpose, often to look good or attract attention. So we could say, kind of fake. Look at this picture on the phone. Of course her picture was staged. Someone else obviously took it. It's not a natural, candid photo. The image was staged to make the speech look successful. You could say, it's kind of fake. They put extra people there. They use the right camera angle. The picture was staged. Last example. Something is not right about this accident. It looks staged, doesn't it? I look at this picture and I think, that's not real. That's a staged picture.